Morning, and as we round off Shoot Corner, it's a bank holiday and the sun's out, which is unusual. It's normally raining. But any road, today's plan: head over to the OK Diner at Llyn, meet up with a few of the Enfield lot, then over to Cross Gates, possibly for dinner, and then play it by ear, either the Llyn Valley or round Llyn Brianne. We will see. And as we cross the common at Tenbury, it's looking like it's going to be a rather nice day. And as we pull up at the OK Diner in Llyn, it appears that Dave and Jonathan are there waiting. And by around midday we roll up at the cafe at Cross Gates, where hopefully Steve will be waiting for us, and indeed he was. And as you can see, it's a little bit packed today. Rather than the clockwork turntable for the time lapse, I tried a bit of turning around with the camera. We did eventually decide what we were going to do for the rest of the day, which would be a trip down to Llyn Brianne. But before that, it was into the cafe and time for sausage, bacon, egg and chips, which went down very well, I must say. So it's off we go, with Jonathan in the lead and Steve, Dave and Andy tailing on behind. And it's blue sky, fluffy clouds, temperature in the low 20s, which is comfortable, and we appear to have the road to ourselves, which is good for a bank holiday Monday. So far, so good. And as a bonus, the scenery is always pretty good in this part of the world too. We wait a while Jonathan kneels and offers up a quick prayer to the God of Enfields to point us in the right direction. And under the railway we go. A tunnel, any excuse to make a noise, eh? And we roll up at the dam end of Llyn Brianne. But with the dry weather we've been having lately, as you can see, there is no water coming down the spillway. Anyway, let's head up to the next car park and see if the ice cream van's there. The ice cream van wasn't there, but the chap in the burger van had got a freezer full of ice creams, which was always a good thing. He did tell us the ice cream van has sold the franchise. So whether the new owner will be appearing up there, we don't know. But anyway, we stopped, had ice cream, and generally enjoyed life. It's certainly a bit breezy up here. As you can see, no water on the spillway at all. I presume that's an hydroelectric power plant at the bottom, so there's still enough water to run that, so it can't be that bad. Whoops, somebody's finger's in the way of the lens. Should know better than that. of woolly speed bumps there. This is the part now where the scenery gets a lot more pleasant as we actually approach Llyn Brianne itself. So I dare say the camera will be running a little bit longer than it should, but as I've said before, I make no excuses. I enjoy the ride, I enjoy the scenery. And we stop to take a few photographs. And I must admit there's not a lot of water in Llyn Brianne at all today. Once again I do the turny round thing with the camera. These are certainly pleasant roads to ride. Yep, I could happily ride along these all day. Well, we did ride along them for half a day, so I suppose that ain't too bad. Yes, you can see how low the water level is there. The AA patrolman enjoying his dinner with a scenic view, and I can't say I blame him one bit. I noticed they've cut quite a few trees down, which if nothing else does give you a better view along the lake. Speaking of trees cut down, there's quite a few here, I believe have been felled due to disease rather than timber production. And before you know it, we're coming down the Devil's Staircase. Yes, it does get rather steep and twisty in places. Not to mention a little bit bumpy. But before long, we're back on the smooth stuff again. There you go. Why do people park in the passing places? Makes you wonder. A little bit further on and you can see where they are taking the wood for commercial purposes. I'll make quite a few matchsticks out of that lot. I know from previous experience to watch out for pheasants along here. And there we go. And we stopped for petrol at Beulah. Only sadly they didn't have any. So we'll get some somewhere else. But we'll have a sit and a relax for a bit. The B4358 between Beulah and New Brianne is certainly another one of those roads worth riding. Scenery, bends, ups and downs, and a good road surface. and we're not the only ones who think so. View health wells, and time for another rest, a leg stretch and another cuppa. Oh, and petrol, of course. Nothing really dramatic happened on the rest of the way back. So we pulled up here at Wufferton for our parting of the ways, where Steve will pick up the A49 and go north toward Shrewsbury, while the rest of us will carry on towards Tenbury and Kidderminster. It wasn't long after this that the battery ran out on the Drift Ghost XL that I was using on the helmet, so I changed to the XL Pro, which has a different field of view. So I prefer this. See what you think. Right, we're now using the XL Pro, and okay, it is a little bit darker, so that will affect the shutter speed a bit. But there you go. I must admit I do prefer the wider angled view. And as we round Oshit Corner, it's been another good day out. Good roads, good company, good food as well actually. Some 240 odd mile on the clock. And the weather was more than kind to us. So I suppose until the next time, see you later.